The problem of religious persecution in China, Iraq, and Africa was the focus of a symposium yesterday as advocates for religious freedom met virtually to talk about the need to protect Christians around the world. Joining me now on Skype is Mariam Ibrahim, one of the speakers at yesterday's event and a survivor of religious persecution. She is also director of global mobilization and co-founder of the Tahrir Alnisa Foundation, which serves women and children impacted by domestic abuse and religious persecution. Mariam, welcome, and thank you so much for joining us. You know the dangers of religious persecution firsthand. Can you tell us about your experience as a persecuted Christian in Sudan, and then also how your faith helped to sustain you during that time?
Amen. Faith is always holding us through everything we go through. So His divine power has given us everything we need for life. So my story is similar to million story of women and other persecuted believer around the world. And Sudan is things is getting much better right now, but for our other countries, Nigeria and Somalia and Eritrea, Ethiopia, even Egypt. So I've seen all these things and it's heartbreaking things, but at the same time, I'm very thankful for the efforts of the prayer and the advocacy. So there's so much work and there's so much work need to be done on behalf of those persecuted believers.
Can you talk a little bit about what the conditions are like right now for Christians living in the Sudan?
Well, the problem is about the law and some other, we still have an issue with other Muslim extremist groups that are arguing in case of like abolishing apostasy law. There's too many debates and people are divided on whether we do this or not. And we still have an issue with persecution, even for Muslims, when there's some change in the law, affect the Muslims as well, in terms of alcohol, drinking alcohol. And in this case, there's drinking alcohol and making alcohol. When I was in prison, most of the women in prison are Muslim who've been charged with some crime that's related to making a local wine. And this is actually the part of their, like an income. They do this as a job to take care of their family. But the government sees them as a criminal. So they will charge with different crime. They will charge with, or they will charge with being flogged. They fine. This is still going. This is still a part of the law, in the court system and the law system. This is not being changed. And my concern is the same thing that we have people, we abolish apostasy law, but we still have people go to jail and be sentenced and get fined and flogged for their religion because they are Muslim. And this is actually, it's like a social service work. Like those people need to have jobs. They need to have an income to take care of, this woman needs to take care of their family. But because they make the local wine, they just see their own doing. So instead of helping them get through things or find another solution to their issue, they've been charged with crime. I remember some women will come into jail, like their kids being left at the home alone. And most of those women actually came like from Nuba Mountain and Darfur, the conflict zones and war zones. So they lost their spouses, they lost their families members, and they are like single mothers that have to depend on themselves to take care of their children. But they find themselves in jail or in prison. So, yeah. The other thing is we still have an issue with the church lands or Christian schools. It's been taken by the old regime and is not returned to their owner. Like school, many different churches. My former Sudanese lawyer, they're still taking those cases in the Sudanese court right now. Yep.
Well, Mariam, thank you so much for coming on and sharing your story with us and bringing awareness to this issue. We wish we had more time. We'll have to have you back on again. Mariam Ibrahim, we appreciate it. Thank you so much.
So much, I appreciate it.